INFJ?
맞아요.
맞아? 맞아?
어떻게 한 번에 맞췄어?
Is Jennie from Blackpink really an INFJ personality type? Well, I just spent over 7 hours analyzing old clips and interviews to prepare for today's video. I'm Eric Wen. I analyze and teach people professionally about their personality patterns. In today's video, I'm going to break down for you all the hidden personality patterns I found and what I think Jennie might have missed about her actual best fit MBTI type.
I am a very shy person. Even when I'm around my friends, I'm likely to be the quiet one.
The first personality pattern that's pretty clear with Jennie is she is very measured. She's not someone that naturally jumps quickly into action, but instead, I kept seeing her slowing things down to think things through.
This is a self-congratulations time.
Jennie showed a pattern of going inward, delaying outside interaction so she could go inside her head to process things more internally.
제가 하고 싶은 말이 속에 너무 많은데 그거를 입 밖으로 해본 적이 없다 보니까 머릿속에만 있잖아요.
Jennie showed consistent preferences for introversion, which interestingly makes her, I think, the only real introvert in Blackpink.
I'm going through a lot of emotions and
Digging a little deeper, one of the ways I saw Jennie being quite introverted was when it came to her feelings.
it might seem like I'm not in my best mood, but I am. Excuse me for being calm, but that's just my mood today.
I'm feeling a lot of things, so even if it's different from how I'm supposed to be for other people or what you guys are expecting, I'm gonna be here in the way that feels right to me.
He made sure that everything felt right and everything felt me.
Felt really authentic and like real. It moved me. I was scared, I think, also to express myself.
Do you see how Jennie doesn't really focus a lot on like how other people are feeling or these outside group values that she needs to fit in with, but instead her feeling side, it's very connected to how she feels about things, the different sides of her, how she authentically feels about things.
And as things grew over time, I was able to express myself. Expressing yourself as however you want. There shouldn't be a standard. Like there shouldn't be a reason to judge, and just see it as, oh, that's how that person expresses themselves.
Jennie here saying there shouldn't be a standard, there shouldn't be a group expectation or consensus about how people should express themselves. These patterns point to Jennie using introverted feelings somewhere in her personality type.
I mean, it was just a really proud day for Blackpink. It was the first time performing Pink Venom on a big stage. Lisa also got an award that day.
When Jennie is sharing information, I notice she takes a lot of intuitive shortcuts. Like whenever there were chances to skip over the details to instead more share just the big picture highlights of what happened.
We were so happy to be there for her. A day of celebration.
Or her own personal interpretation, pattern about what might be going on. That's how Jennie most easily talked about things.
And the title is Ruby.
It reminded me of the theater curtain, ruby red, and I wanted to open the curtains myself.
This clip right here was one of my favorite examples of this. Jennie started off the video really trying her best, really intending to give a very specific line-by-line direct translation of her lyrics.
Fight me, fight me, fight me. You made me so unlike me. 들리는 그대로예요. 싸워보자, 싸워보자, 싸워보자. 너 때문에 내가 나답지 않아졌어 라는 표현인 거죠.
But not even halfway through the video, she sort of starts tiring out and feels like she wants to change directions.
사실 여기는 굉장히 이런 가사의 하나하나가 중요한 포인트라기보다 1절은 조금 더 직설적이고 감정적으로 표현했다면 이거는 좀 더 시적인 감정으로 다가갔다. 가사가 중요한 게 아니에요. 그 랩의 감정선도.
The way Jennie found it easier talking about the bigger picture and not the details. Like here, the ideas, connections, and meanings were so much easier for her to talk about than what she was doing before.
이렇게 있는 장면으로 다시 한번 그 반복, 연속되는 그거를 표현하는 의미 부여가 있답니다.
These are just some ways that Jennie shows intuitive preferences. Wait. I thought Jennie was an ISFJ. ISFP personality type. Apparently, thousands of people online think that Jennie might be an ISFP. But even though Jennie does use introverted feeling, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's an ISFP personality type. ISFPs, because introverted feeling, it's so core to who they are and how they like to make decisions. It's to an extent where expressing their feelings, referencing themselves, sharing how they personally feel about things, that's like breathing to them. It's super natural and comfortable.
The thing I was most nervous for, like the whole thing, I don't know. It was very vulnerable and very me.
Jennie does have feelings, but she doesn't feel fully comfortable expressing herself or getting vulnerable quite like that. Jennie, I learned, is actually quite private. She actually doesn't share or talk a lot about herself.
This is the most I had to talk about myself.
Actually, if you dig a little deeper, the way that Jennie talks about her feelings, they're consistently not something Jennie's fully comfortable with.
I get really emotional. I don't know why.
Oh no, I never cry. I don't want to cry.
It was so emotional. I was so proud. The hard work that we put on, the overwhelming feeling that we got from the crowd. It was just a lot.
Do you see how Jennie is talking about how things make her feel? But it's not like, yes, this is how I want to express myself and who I am. Instead, she talks about feelings like happening to her, like they're this chaotic thing that throws her off sometimes, or that she sometimes needs to control or restrain or hold in.
I'm going through an emotional roller coaster. I'm really trying to hold everything inside so I can really enjoy it on the day of March 7th.
Jennie, as a human being, obviously has feelings, but is she comfortable expressing all those feelings or using all those vulnerable, authentic feelings to make decisions? Definitely not. The other thing is, because ISFPs are so good at doing their own thing and checking in with what feels right to them, this makes them sometimes feel really unsure if they know how to fit in with what other people like, what other people think makes sense to do and prioritize.
It's really amazing. I did not think that it would do so well. I mean, it's all been surprising. I feel like I'm always surprised what does well and like what doesn't.
And so stepping up to contribute, adjusting to take care of how things get done and managed outside, that's something that ISFPs tend to really overthink, and it's sort of a stressful topic for them. But if we compare that to Jennie, competency was actually never something that Jennie seems stressed out to talk about.
I learned that without a mirror. I did that in like an hour, 2 hours, less than that. So I'm very proud to get that done.
책임감이라는 그 단어의 뜻인 것 같아요. 촬영을 계속해서 혼자 하다 보니까 찍고 나면 또 내 차례고 방금 찍었는데 또 내가 들어가야 되니까
Her ability to do a good job, get results, get things done, push through, make things happen. That was actually one of the few things Jennie talked a lot about. Like, she was actually sort of excited sometimes to share all the different ways that she had done a good job here or how she likes to do things here.
I was so proud. The hard work that we put on.
Well, I've been working so hard. That's the challenge every time for us to make both happen at the same time.
1호 의뢰인이 여기가 잘 풀려야지 뒤에 잘 풀리겠네요.
This comfortability with outside thinking about ways to work with the outside to get things done or make things work better, it not only really crosses off ISFP as an option, but also reveals the number one thing I think Jennie missed about her MBTI personality patterns. I'm pretty sure Jennie is a thinker. By the way, if you wanted to see more of the full behind the scenes process, researching Jennie, Rosé, Jisoo, and tons of other celebrities. If you wanted to ask us questions directly, see more examples, and learn together with other MBTI enthusiasts, check out my membership on learn.ericwen.com. It's tons of fun. I think you'll really love it.
But the benefits of going to lunch is so good.
Have you ever noticed how comfortable Jennie is giving critical feedback, recommendations, solutions on how things could be done better?
I wouldn't go any higher than like that.
이게 가성비가 제일 좋다고 느껴요.
I recommend to go like 5 seconds more every single time.
Guess it. I'll hand the mic over to you. Stupid. Okay, move on.
Like here, Jennie's response to not being able to guess the songs correctly.
You know what? At the next time I'm in the studio, I'm going to start slowing it down and train myself. And I swear to God, I'm going to be back here and I'm going to guess everything.
She immediately brings up a solution, an action plan on how she's going to problem solve to get better results next time.
I could spend hours doing this. Okay, I think I want her to wear this.
This YouTube video is another fantastic example. Look here at what Jennie's excited to work on and how she likes contributing and problem solving outside.
I'm gonna be working on your accessories
Nice,
while
okay.
you're gone. I think that could work.
Nice.
I'm gonna work on the shoes.
Now, if Jennie actually was an INFJ personality type with strong extroverted feeling, what you would expect to see from her is her liking to work on how other people are feeling, her making adjustments to create a feeling for other people, or her problem solving and thinking a lot about outside people dynamics, social expectations, and group values. How is everyone feeling? Who's liked and respected here? And how can I be a part of that? Is anyone here feeling uncomfortable? Jennie is sweet and conscientious in her own way, but in the hours and hours of clips that I saw, I never actually saw extroverted feeling patterns, but instead, I kept seeing a lot of extroverted thinking.
First, I need you to be comfortable. I wouldn't go any higher than like that. Do that and then wear a red bag. What I would do though, is my jacket inside?
Jennie's extroverted thinking is the reason why she likes putting together pragmatic action plans, thinking through the different steps and resources needed to help things progress and make sure that things functionally work well and get done outside.
I always wondered how you guys control the cat, and I see it does not work.
I often tell myself to toughen up. Like, this is just water. Like, you're not gonna die in this water.
The way Jennie uses both extroverted thinking and introverted feeling together is the reason why you might have noticed Jennie has this more pragmatic, detached, very task-oriented side of her. But at the same time, she's got this authenticity. She's super sweet and sensitive at the same time. This is something super unique about her specific personality type, the way she uses a lot of thinking and feeling decision-making at the same time. And it's actually the reason why I'm really not surprised Jennie relates to being a feeler. Jennie does have a feeling side. She does feel strongly about things. But again, does she love using those feelings to make her decisions? That's the difference. That's what makes Jennie ultimately a thinker and not a feeler.
Now, who out of you scares the easiest, do you think?
I think Jennie.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone thinks Jennie.
Are you scared by this?
Terrified already.
Really?
The last thing that fascinated me about Jennie's personality patterns is, have you ever noticed how much Jennie talks about being scared, surprised, terrified, nervous, stressed out, or overwhelmed?
Everything's a little crazy, but I'm trying to enjoy the most of it.
I don't think people realize how nervous I am inside. It's always so hectic before going to the show. I've been coming to Fashion Week for years and I'm still not used to it.
I freaked out a little bit.
Jennie, I learned, is someone that really does not like improvising.
약간 짱할 때 제니만의 뭔가 있을까요? 또 있다. 아니면 러브, 행오버 이렇게 할까? 너무 좋아요.
She really tries her best to avoid any situations where she has to adjust or be spontaneous in the moment.
Medical stuff in case emergency. Cute little snacks in case I go low on sugar.
For Jennie, the specific way she likes narrowing in to prepare herself and create some personal expectations. It's with something called introverted intuition. What this means is Jennie's someone that likes sometimes really shutting off from the outside to go inside her mind, to guess ahead, to imagine or visualize ahead about what experiences might be coming around the corner.
I dreamt of bringing Korean music to a bigger world, and I saw it happen. Like I really wanted to see it happen in the future. And
Sorry, I'm like, I instantly imagine what I did, and it's usually like me kind of freaking out, but
Regarding my solo stuff, I had a big vision for it, so
like I was like, this isn't me. Like this isn't the Jennie that I envisioned in my head.
Something special about introverted intuition is it's a very sensory and visual type of guessing and imagining ahead. In comparison to other personality types that sort of like just thinking through different options. Oh, maybe it could be this, maybe it could be this. For introverted intuitives, they really like using their imagination to really try seeing it. Like in their mind, really flesh out a mental picture in depth of what living that experience could actually be like and where it might go next. For strong introverted intuitives, it takes time to flesh out that mental picture. But for them, they find it very natural and comfortable because it helps them prepare for different chaotic, spontaneous things that might pop up in the moment.
Thankfully, I wasn't surprised by any of the questions. I think I had most of them in mind.
Up until the album drop and to Coachella, I have an idea of how I'm going to be styling for the next few months. And it's the fun part, you know?
It is. 월요일부터 일요일까지의 아웃핏 좀 정해놓고 가는 걸 좋아해요. 좀 여유 있게 해외를 가면은 내가 그 나라에서 어떤 무드로 옷을 입고 싶고 이런 게 되게 재밌단 말이에요. 이런 가방을 좀 들을까? 이런 도전? 막 이렇게 하는 거 좋아해서.
If you're an INJ personality type and you feel like you're sometimes stuck in your head, super disconnected from the moment, always overthinking things or worrying about what could go wrong, Jennie here actually shares some amazing personality type advice.
제가 평가 때 자주 긴장을 많이 하는데 혹시 선배님께서는 무대에 서기 전에
무대를 올라가기 전에 음이 나가면 어떡하지? 막 이런 정말 그런 생각들보다 오늘 저기 있는 사람들 다 내가 놀라게 해야지. 이렇게 저는 항상 다짐을 했거든요.
For Jennie's specific personality type that already leans quite heavily on introversion, Jennie's extroverted sides, and in particular extroverted thinking, is what helps her get outside her head, challenge herself, and make sure that she still gets things done.
나도 음정도 나가고 춤도 틀리고 화음도 못 맞추고 막 이랬는데 그냥 그거 하나는 진짜 확실했어요. 난 이걸 할 거야.
Jennie here talks about instead of going inside my head to focus on what I'm worried about or how I'm feeling in the moment, sometimes I need to flip things around to remember the outside goal. What's the result I want to create outside? And then using that extroverted thinking to go, I have to make this work.
정확하게 기억나는 거 우리 냈다. 이거 아니면 죽을 거야. 진짜 이 정도로 열심히 했어요. 뭐 다른 거.
How can I step up and be a part of how things work outside so that things don't just work for me and my criteria, but objectively, functionally work well and make sense for everyone? Putting all these personality patterns together, super strong introverted intuition with some extroverted thinking, introverted feeling, and extroverted sensing. The fingerprint match that makes the most sense to me for Jennie's personality type is that she is an INTJ personality type. Online, I think it's very unfortunate how INTJ personality types are described and characterized. They're always stereotyped as these like scheming masterminds or dark antisocial people, when in reality, Jennie's actually a great example of what a real INTJ personality type can look like. Someone that does like guessing ahead and preparing, being pragmatic and helping things work better outside, but also at the same time being this total softie, having this really sensitive and emotional side of them that I really wish more people understood about INTJ personality types. If you wanted some expert help figuring out your personality type away from stereotypes with clear descriptions and examples of what your personality patterns look like, check out our MBTI Foundations course. I think you'll really love it. As well, my membership on learn.ericwen.com. There is so much fun content there if you wanted to see more real life examples of personality patterns. Thanks everyone for watching today. I'll see you guys in the next ones. Peace, peace. Bye.